Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to our podcast, Fury and Night. This is our first ever episode of our podcast. I'm here with Fury. If you don't know Fury, Fury is a Sri Lankan YouTuber who is r- really famous for doing all sorts of Sri Lankan content and otherworldly content. Although he's not widely known, he's famous to some extent. You might have seen him. You might have seen him. If you've seen him, just drop a comment down below. And we both are doing a collab podcast in the name of Fury and Night, and we'll be talking about all sorts of wildly different stuff. So, this is Fury, and my name is Night.
So this is Knight. Knight is also just like me, a fellow content creator, and right now we started a podcast to share our thoughts. And it was his idea, to be honest. And he invited me. He saw me doing my silly content, and he dropped a comment, and we reunited, and yeah, we're here then. So yeah.
So, yeah, and I hope without going into any other blabber and stuff, let's just get straight into our three topics for the day. So, Fury, the first topic I've got for us today is, do you know that the space, wait, the space program Blue Origin sent 5 women to space? That space program company that Jeff Bezos owns. That
It's a
that
very interesting topic that you're bringing out.
yeah. So like you knew about it, right?
I remember about this. It went on literally everywhere in the world and in the news. So it's like 5 women, right?
Yeah, and including Katy Perry, one of the most famous singers. And here's the thing: at first, people were amazed. People were like, "Oh, cool! This is cool! Wow, this is great!" And then they were like, "Wait a minute, this ain't good. There's something in it. This ain't right," and stuff like that. And then people started speculating on the fact that so many stuff. The flower didn't wither, her hair didn't go up, and stuff like that. And what's your take on this, Fury?
Well, it's obviously fake. Here's the thing. Now, the moment I saw this, before this, I'm not gonna lie, I was a big up on these space conspiracy theories and all. And when I saw this Katy Perry and bunch of other millionaires just going to a space flight, I was like, is this even real? Because this is Katy Perry, and Katy Perry has been one of these industry plant, people for a long time. I mean, those stuff, those conspiracy theories. But minus all of these other conspiracy theories, let's just take only like the fact that just one of these theories, right? It's fake one because, like you said, the flower. That's like the main thing. The flower didn't wither away. Not just when it just went up, when they came down as well, it was perfectly fine. Just as it was like a newborn daisy, you know what I mean? Daisy or whatever the flower kind is.
Yeah.
And then the clothing was like, not, it was thick, but not to a point where like a normal astronaut would wear. Yeah, you could argue saying that it was just for 3 or less than minutes, this and that, but still, though, this is space we are talking about. Even as a 1 second you being in space, you would just be like freezed up like that. So that's very risky. And I think they were looking at the camera the whole time, so they
Yeah.
cannot really.
Katy Perry was just staring at the camera for the whole 3 minute journey. I mean, you paid $24 million for that journey just to stare at a camera. You wouldn't do that, right?
Yeah.
And Fury, the best point, the best thing that brings all this into a good hoax is that when the pod came down, so that thing that they were on, when you reach from space to Earth, the capsule can get as hot as I don't know, maybe 300 degrees Celsius. Okay. Yeah. So when it's comes down, and then also they try to open it from the inside, which is impossible to do in a space flight. It just brings a whole lot of safety concerns. And they didn't open it, and then some stuff went like, no, 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 you can't do that, you can't do that, and they closed it quickly. And then Jeff Bezos came and he opened it with a wrench with his bare hands. He touched that pod with his bare hands.
Yeah, hands? Well,
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
he touched it with his bare hands. So, like, that itself is enough to prove this is a whole big fake hoax.
The first time I saw this, like this video about this, I think like it's literally everywhere. Like you can literally see like someone inside opens it, and then this some lady comes, says them to like close it. They closed it. Jeff Bezos comes, oh, get this special tool, bam, 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 gets them open out. It's just come on, man. And then you see the part where Katy Perry just comes out, kisses the bloody ground like she's being up there for like what, like 2 years. Yes. Oh, and they had no like unusual movement as well. Like they were like properly. I get it. Yeah, yeah, sure, fine. 3 minutes up there, fine, whatever. But still, like I expect them to, at least have like a little, walk. But there was like some walk experience they had, right? I can't remember properly. I think they did pretend at least to like just be like, oh, 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 I'm working on the ground right now. So yeah, but at the end of the day, it's fake. Everyone can see it's fake. The flower, the clothing, how they came down, the capsule not being hot.
Really bad fake.
Really bad, really bad. So
So
yeah.
we could have at least stopped by this point, but the thing that made it more annoying to the point is that they started hating on the astronaut who went to space, which is something too far. And I think Fury has good things to say about this.
So it's like this now. The astronauts now they have to like really train hard. I mean, just unimaginably hard. Like you have to really train hard to a point where you have to go to space, and these people technically live in space. Like they live in space. Like they eat in space. They have to do everything in space, and they come down, and they are sometimes their figure isn't really what they used to be when they come from space. There's some DNA changes as well. Now, like these people literally sacrifice their lives out there. Like they could even die outside if a little like mechanical problem goes down there, bam, they're dead. And that has like it's been the case most of the time too. For Katy Perry, for a billionaire, I think she's a billionaire, right?
Yeah, if you're paying $24 million for a space flight, of course you should be, right?
At least close for a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say the common term millionaire, whatever. Rich lady goes up with like this feminist thing they did. They come down, they say, oh, if the all astronauts.
That's just absurdly bad. Yeah. So wrapping up, so this is my hot take on the whole drama of a thing. I believe this is just a huge promotion they did, especially taking into consideration the fact that they took famous people to the whole thing. And
Yes.
I believe they just did a really big promotion and it went really bad, and it was not what they expected. That's my take on it. So
I think like being like for me to think just Jeff Bezos to do such a low ball thing, not like he didn't even like use his mind properly to do this act. That what pisses me sometimes. At least do it well, fake it well.
yeah, we expected better from you, Bezos.
Yeah, man. You disappoint us.
Yeah, like now that meme that where Elon Musk says, like he's in interviewed in a show and he's asked, "Do you know what do you think about Jeff Bezos?" And he's like, "Jeff who?"
Whoa. What? Oh, really? Dude, I missed that. I didn't see that.
That meme really hits hard now. It hits hard now. So I'm a guy who loves SpaceX and NASA, especially for their dedication in good space flight and stuff, instead of just focusing on.
Okay, see, to be honest, like, sorry to interrupt, but to be honest, I don't think Elon Musk is a great guy as well. Even though he worked hard, I don't think he's a very, great person.
Like I said, I do love the company. I do love what they're doing. I just don't love the now Elon Musk. I like the pre Elon Musk guy.
Me too. I have the same problem here.
I had so high expectations on Elon Musk, but recent years on what he's doing just
He got into politics as well.
yeah, it just messed his image up in my mind. But I still love his that old personality, that hardworking guy who slept on the office apartment.
Yeah.
So that's really sad to see him change. So Fury, let's get into the next topic, right?
Oh yeah. What's that about?
Next topic is something that you guys surely would have known and really pretty famous on YouTube, still hot stuff on YouTube. It's the Kalatmas posts comment section.
Oh, okay. Okay. We are doing that. Huh? Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what it is, here's a real quick recap on what actually happened. If you guys were living under a rock, this is what happened. So Kalatma, this famous YouTuber, Instagram, TikTok on Sri Lanka, influencer, just basically content creator, whatever we like to call her. So she has this unfiltered contents. So on the April 14th, she just put a video on TikTok saying that she's bored. Just put whatever stuff you guys had with the famous actors or some stuff like that. And then what she thought would be a normal comment section just turned out to be a whole chaotic mess filled with more than 40,000 comments. It was a huge mess. So I think Fury will be the great guy to explain this, especially on the fact that he did his own research and an own video about it. So Fury, tell us about it. Educate us.
Okay, you guys have to get some popcorn for this because this is about it wire night. Okay, so starting from the comment section. Okay, let's just say, okay, I want to talk about the post first. Now, the post is not about exposing people or anything like that. The post is just basically what it said was, tell me your encounters with some celebrities. That's about it. That about it. It's just tell me your encounters with some celebrities, and not just normal encounters. Maybe a little bit of flirty, a little bit of spicy encounters. Like that's about it. And then the thing was, well, the people didn't really take it like that. The people took it the other way. They said, I mean, not everyone, but I'm pretty sure it started. I don't know how it started out, but all of a sudden the next day she got like what, 10K, 20K, 30K comments saying like, I think at the end of the day it was like around 50K comments. It started out as just people exposing celebrities. Like it was just tea on tea on tea. Like for example, there were cricketers like 60% of the comment section was just filled with gossip about cricketers. Like they didn't just said encounters, they said their gossip. And gossip, I mean, what happens in their life. Like I don't know how these people know about them, but they do. Okay, 60% was the comment the cricketers, and 20% was like around celebrities, and the other 20 are just breaks down into like little sections about photographers, part-time celebrities who are like coming up, stuff like that, and small time cricketers as well, athletes and here and there, and some teachers as well. So it's just, now if you take a look at the cricketers, there are a lot of cricketers who cheer on their wives and with younger girls, and I mean like sometimes under the age as well. So it's really bad. And these girls, like they have shared their stories as well, like how this person, this cricketer, came after me while having a wife and blah blah blah. And then there's the famous celebrity who was very famous, not because of the comment section, but she was just famous before this, but she was very famous in this comment section as well. Her name was Shanudri. There's nothing to hide about it. It's literally everywhere. So Shanudri, they will, let me tell you about Shanudri. Shanudri is a very famous content creator, and I mean a celebrity, an actor, actress. So her famous comment in this comment section was how she wanted to get into a relationship with a guy that was in America, and the friend who was that guy's uh, sent the comment. I have a friend, blah blah blah. He's in America, and my Shanudri wanted to get with him for the green card in America. Just like that's just one of the tea that's like in the low level tea sections, you know what I mean? If you get into like, and there's deeper and deeper come out conversation. So it's just a mess down there. There's Iraj as well. And just, I think for the viewers, if you really want to know what happened, just go to my channel DField Explore, and you can see the whole video of me putting the screenshots and me explaining it really thorough. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
check
about it.
out that video guys. Yeah, free sponsorship for Fury here. Free promotion. Okay, so honestly speaking, I did not know anything that happened. I was actually not on Instagram for the 4 days, and I just absolutely missed everything. So here's my final take on it. Yeah. So this is my final take on this, since I have not experienced what it is fully, and I just saw the comments and all those edits and stuff. I believe what happened was simply not Kalatma's fault. It's just something innocent. It's just a some innocent post that went way beyond than anyone expected. Maybe it could have been a prank that started it all. Maybe it was the truth. We don't know unless the people who told them actually come out with more revealing information. We actually can't be sure about on how real all those comments are. So I'll hand it to you to finish the topic, Mr. Fury.
Well, so I know that people might be thinking that if you are aware of this and if you have seen some of the comments, you might be thinking, well, but some of these comments are really bad. Like some people should look into it, maybe call the cops, blah blah blah. Well, there are a lot of legal aspects to this because one, those comments that have been like those accounts that commented these comments are basically fake accounts. They don't have like end leads, and half of them they don't have proof. Like there's the proof, it could be fake information. Get it? Let's just say the account was real. You contact the person, you ask them how do they know, they mention another person, and that person mentions another person, and that's how these things typically go, right? So it's just a dead end, and no one's gonna go there through all that, right? And if they want, like, let's imagine the account was a real person and they contacted the person and says and like contacts the like the celebrity, her or himself, right? And they could like be, well, if there's no proof, there's no case. And if they have to file a case, the person, like if they have like a problem with it, any person, they have to file a case against that person, and that person have to file a case against them. And they're rich, they can always kick the others asses because they're rich and they have good lawyers. But at the end of the day, these are just hypotheticals. They won't really go that far because the only that it will just end to a point where they are gonna figure out, well, the account is fake, nothing to do, and no one's gonna look into this like like I do it. So yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into the last topic of our day, shall we?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, this is a new
That
topic.
will be.
Yeah. Okay, Fury. What is it?
I have no idea, to be honest. What is it?
It is the Duolingo scene or drama, if you like to call it.
Oh, okay. So Duolingo has in the app.
Yes. So this happened in February. I know this is an old topic, but I would like to bring it up, especially because people kind of forget it. And I just want to remind people again on what actually happened. So if you guys were living under a rock, again, let me explain. So, you know the Duolingo app, like learning app, where you used to learn new languages and stuff. So this app announced that their mascot, that owl, that green owl you have seen, it died. And the cause of death was it got hit by a cyber truck. Okay, wildest thing that happened, it blew up. Even news outlets, CNN, CNBC, like BBC, BBC and CNN, every news channel was talking about it. It was a huge thing. Every single Twitter account, major people, everybody was saying, rest in peace, Mr. Owl, even big tech companies. This is a huge thing. And after about a week or so, they announced that their owl is back again from the death. And people are still to this day confused on what the hell happened on that day. What was the reason? Why is it? What did they do? So before I hand it over to, to Fury, this is my pocket theory. I did my research, and as far as me and many others can see, it was all just a act to raise their stocks. So when they announced their owl was dead, their stocks plummeted above, way higher than they ever was. Like stocks went up in great value. So like when they got to a point where okay, the stocks is fine now, and they announce the owl is back again, and then the stocks go down, way down there than their company had ever gone. So it's really, really hilarious on what actually happened. And I just think it's a major. attention grabbing drama that went really bad than anyone expected. And I believe what they did was like totally hilarious. And yeah, the reason why they did that could be is that, as many people have said in Reddit and many other social platforms, was the app was getting really bad. Like the lessons you had to pay for many lessons. For a day you had a limit on how much you can learn. The hearts wouldn't refill. You had to pay. So like since people are getting frustrated and leaving the app, just Duolingo decided to pull this huge blow of the thing, and that's my thing. And Fury, it's over to you.
Yeah. So I think it's the whole stock play over here as well. It's like the publicity they wanted it. So because this thing, like you mentioned, it's not been a really good app. You know, it's not the Duolingo we all used to know, because the money hungry people, I don't know why they did it, but it's just too bad right now. There's this version, this premium version to it, and it's just a mess right now. So it makes sense for them to do it because it's been really bad, but it's not a good thing to do it. They just play with people's feelings. Like, why they do that? And yeah, sure, the stocks went up, but can they keep it up though? It didn't, right? Like you told me, like bam, it went down the moment they announced that it's been alive. So it really sucks to see such a good app to go down, but it is what it is. If you don't really treat the customers like how they wanted to be treated, and if you just fake with their feelings and they put this purchasing things and how they do these things. Like if you go, for example, if you go to Reddit, like a lot of people in Reddit are really like really pissed at what Duolingo has become right now. And I think you can explain to the viewers that like about like the premium package, like how does that work a little bit, like why is it disappointing?
Yeah, so the normal package, like if you are a free user, you would only have 7 hearts for the day. So like you can only make 7 mistakes for the day. If you made further than that, you have to pay to learn. And plus, the only, let's say you're learning Japanese, the only things that you can learn for the whole day, no matter how many lessons you did, was like just a couple of words for the whole day. No matter how much you learned, it was just that. So like you had to pay to get better lessons, and even if you paid, you get AI lessons, which are really really bad. So even for the paid user, it was a bad experience. That is clearly why people are really frustrated, and people are started leaving Duolingo, and they brought this whole thing up. So yeah, Fury, I think that's about it. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, that's
Anything else?
easy, brother.
So, okay then guys, I hope you like our long yap session about stuff. And if you are an audio listener, really thanks for hearing our annoying yap for about more than I think about 30 minutes. And bless your ears. And this is me, Night, and
Fury.
Fury, together in the channel Fury and Night, bringing you the hot stuff every week. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on our next episode.
Bye. Thank you.